run out of spread, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can touch the sky. If I die that night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Told me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Told me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's in purple now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's in purple now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We're back with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast on this Wednesday. Man, y'all smash that like button. Sub up to the channel if you're new and if you haven't done so already. Of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional trial hauls, and y'all know we got Music Monday, which we took this Music Monday off, but we will be back at it like a crack addict on Monday. Other than that, man, y'all see the nice topic. Nike partially wins three-stripe lawsuit against Adidas, and Dick's Sporting Goods is excited about new innovation that Nike should bring, and we're going to talk a little bit of upcoming releases. But I'm gonna let my homie go ahead and do his proper introductions as well.
Hey, what's going on, everybody, man? You guys know me as Ducks. Hope everybody is having a great Wednesday. And we didn't really have much that was dropping this morning, but we did have those lattes. I didn't really see anybody really going for them, talking about them. Didn't really see any dubs in the Discord. So safe to say, I think that nobody, honestly, nobody wanted these. And that and with how the Discord is growing, we have a lot of members now. So everybody has a different style, different taste. So I thought I would see at least maybe one or two, but I see none. So safe to say that this was maybe just a dead silhouette, or is it? I mean, a dead colorway, or is it safe to say that ones are dead?
Ones to me, I'm tired of them, but I feel like this one probably will spark up as things heat up this summer. I'll say that it's
So
gonna be.
because you got to think it is a subtle color, and I would honestly base it more towards like a khaki color than anything.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna grow over time if I'm gonna keep it 100. Speaking of Discord, sign up for that Sold Out Discord. Link is pinned at the top of the chat, and it's free to sign up. While we do talk a lot of sneakers, because this is what the pretty much content is based around, we got a lot of other topics in there as well. But yeah, I think we could see that growing. I could see that one going up. Those lattes. I don't know, but I've been saying this for months, if not years. I'm a little Jordan 1 fatigue. And I'm gonna just, you know what I'm saying? I'm just, give me a break. I wouldn't be mad if we can just get one Jordan 1 just for the year and call it a day, and that's
Yeah.
just me.
But
Um,
but they have to make it worth it. Don't
exactly.
just don't just put something out just to say you put a one out. If they go that route.
Exactly. I agree with you 100%. And also, Yeezys are sitting. Want to touch on that a little bit tonight too. I don't know if you're aware, which I'm pretty sure you are. May 27th, which was Monday, we had more Yeezys drop from
Yeah.
Adidas, and
Mhm.
while we did have some of them sell out, they did restock some stuff. So I mean, to be honest, uh, if you put in I feel like this. If you tried, you probably could have got a pair of Adidas that you actually feel like you missed out on. For
Yeah.
me, I didn't see anything.
Yeah. I'm just not interested. That's yeah.
Honestly, I got what 3, 4 pairs of slides I'm sitting on.
Yeah.
First my daily wears that I wear, and
Yeah.
then I'm got one pair of foams. I feel like once you try the foams once, I'll speak for myself. Once I tried the foam once, I don't want to ever try them again. They okay, but like certain
Yeah,
special,
and that's funny also because I don't really see you really really posting them or really talking about them a lot.
they over there, just they collecting dust.
Yeah, they over there.
They over there.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, I was gonna say something. It, I don't know, but it'll come
It'll
to
come
me.
to you.
But
Yeah, it'll come to you.
yeah, but I don't know. Yeah,
Um,
maybe. Oh yeah, I know what I was gonna say. I was gonna say I see that they actually lowered the price on the 700s.
I didn't know that. I didn't even pay
Yeah,
attention.
they were 260.
Mm. Well, they should lower a little bit on all of them, to be honest. And I saw somewhere where the employee getting like a 60% discount.
Mm. And this is on Wave Runner OGs. Think
Yeah,
about
so
that.
like to be honest, they could buy up a couple pair, hold them, and then even if they sold them right at retail,
Bro, at 60% off, they're literally getting three pair for pretty much the price of one.
yeah, so they could hold them and sell them for retail and still make profit.
And literally, they literally will make over at 100% of their money back because if got to think for 3 pair, if at 60% off. Let's just hypothetically, like walking out the door, they probably spent, let's say, 250. For all 3 pair.
Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah, that's covering what, one pair?
So think about that. 1 pair is 260. So really, they still got them for less. And if they even sell them at just retail, they made still, like I say, over their money back.
And I saw people in the Discord asking, "Hey, did anybody copy the Yeezy?" And I noticed like I've been answering, but I noticed everybody else literally they ain't even been answering. And I'm like, bro, like I could easily
Because like you just said, and I'm gonna just assume this for a majority of the people. For the most part, they already got what they need from that
yeah,
Yeezy line. Like
yeah,
you say, you got your wave runners, you got your foam runners, you got your 700s, your
turtle doves.
350s. You've got all the ones that meant something to you. You've gotten.
Yeah,
Maybe besides here or there pair, which is still most likely not an issue for you. But you know what I'm saying. So yeah, like I say, for the most part, people have already gotten their fill and their fun out of the Yeezy line. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I agree. People aren't checking as much, and then yay, whether Adidas want to admit it or not, when he said don't buy them, a lot of his fan base actually listened.
Mhm.
So
And honestly, I'm gonna just say it's a mix of the two. Like the purchases that were made, it's a mix between the people who just really just wanted them, and that's I'm talking to true people who really just wanted them, not the people who were just like, I'm gonna get them just because they dropped. You know. So it
yeah,
was a mixture of those people, like the diehard, like just really wanted them people, and resellers.
yeah.
That's the people who bought them. If I had my opinion on it, that's what I would say.
Facts, facts. I agree. Let me hit the chat real quick, see what we got in the building. Emery Black says, "Yo, what up, Emery?"
Yo,
Um, Gun play Mista. Sure if I'm reading that correctly or not. Says, "What up? Did any of you guys grab some Yeezys?" Hello, ironic. My bank account is crying right now for real. So I'm assuming you picked up quite a few pairs. That's another thing too. I feel like Adidas should have spread it out, but I get it. They also trying to come off that but they've been saying this since like what? Because the whole Yay thing happened in 2022. I want to say they started doing the remaining stock of Yeezys late 2023, and we're
yeah,
still
but still, I was gonna say at that point, I feel like people were already over them at that point. But it was kind of like an incentive this time because you were seeing silhouettes that hadn't been dropped for years. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, true.
So that's kind of what drew the people. I'm not even gonna say like I don't know what to call them, but that's what drew in the people who were already over the shenanigans. Let's just say that,
Yeah,
you know,
and I
to
think
bring the OGs like that back.
I'm over the Chanel. I think I fall into that group. You know,
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Yeah, and so now to see, when they do it, they just did this drop. Was there honestly anything in there that piqued your interest? Maybe besides like I don't know, maybe the Onyx slides, if that. You know,
they did, but at the same time they didn't too. I'm
I
like,
say, I say, if that exactly. So because when I clearly I was talking to my brother,
I was just ironically, I was gonna say, now I know he's a Yeezy fanatic. I know
he
he
asked
picked
me,
up some.
he asked me if I got some stuff, and I was like I just said, I was like the Onyx slides, if anything, That's what I told him. He was like, just that, and I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm just not really a big Yeezy fan like that.
You just now stepping into that world. And to be honest, bro, like
I'm just
it's
not
one.
a big Yeezy fan. I've never just been like a big Adidas Yeezy fan. I'm just not really even a big Adidas person. Like
Yeah,
like you guys got ask my girl. Like she, like we go to the Adidas store and stuff, and I don't know. It's just not my thing. I'm just not an Adidas fan. Not like that.
I feel you. I feel you. Let's see. Kwame says, "Yo, what up, Kwame?
Yo,
What up?
what's up, Connie?
What up?" It says, "Dunks, what up?"
Yo,
Hunter Ulrich, hopefully I'm saying that correctly. If not, my bad. Says, yeah, I'm 14 minutes, but just drive back from work. Do you do your guys things? Oh, do your guys things. Okay, I'm assuming he's saying do your thing, guys. So I'm assuming he's in the car and he's okay. He says took an L on those Onyx slides, size 14. Okay, so he's a size 14, 14 minutes. I don't know, a play on words right here. I'm a little confused. I'm assuming you in the car getting off work and you telling us to do your thing, do our thing, and then you saying you're a size 14, so you took an L on the Onyx size. Sheesh. Well, 14 sizes, the bigger sizes they usually make a smaller size, Nike included, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I know it's probably tough copper sneakers for you, but while we're on the topic of pretty much Adidas and Nike, I want to go over an article I found where pretty much Nike wins partial victory in the three-stripe trademark battle with Adidas, which I think this lawsuit kicked off in 2022. Don't quote me on that. And then we're going to also just cover what's kind of sitting with Adidas, and then we'll transition to pretty much Dick's Sporting Goods, and we'll go from there. But let me share my screen real quick. Give me like 2 seconds. Boom, sharing the screen. Says Nike partially wins three-stripe trademark battle against Adidas. I'm assuming they pretty much like no person really walked away with a loss or a win here. But it says Nike has been permitted to include three stripes on some of their trouser designs in Germany. A court ruled yesterday, May 28th, during a second appeal hearing between the retailer and Adidas. So I'm assuming they had told them no several times and Nike just wouldn't let up, which I've always, and Nike, I mean, let me clarify this. Adidas actually has sued several people. Remember, we covered just a couple weeks ago where another company out in Cali, they were suing them for that three stripe line, and I feel like that's a gray area, man. Because to be honest, I feel like as long as they're not doing that little Adidas, like what is it, like a leaf? You know what I'm talking about? Their logo.
Yeah. I mean, you can't really.
It's straight.
Like I said, you can't really sue somebody for three lines.
That's what
unless they want to get technical and start bringing out the tape measure and say, see, ours is at 29 degrees. You know what I'm saying? Like some shit like that.
Yeah, and I think I have I got other than the Yeezys and stuff for Adidas. I do have a pair of their shorts that got the three stripes on it, but I mean, like, to be honest, people know the difference. I feel like as long because all they got to do to like distinguish their stuff that's different from the three stripe people that's like Nike that got stuff three stripes and the people out in Cali that they sued. Just put a little small imprint on y'all logo on there somewhere and call it good. That way, like, okay, well, we know this is Adidas because Adidas shorts come with this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I agree with you. It's hard to like. I would fight that too if they're swarming me over some stripes, dog, and especially if my stuff's not in the same color as yours because. Like that place out in Cali, their stuff was all over the place as far as the color, like rainbow colors.
One that I want to, we haven't even touched bases on, but I brought it up before, and I'm still curious. Is remember that company, that ski company?
Yeah, I haven't seen the up. I know what you're talking about. Where he had they had the ski joint up. Yeah,
it was basically it was literally the Jumpman logo, and they just put like some skis on. They took the basketball.
But is that gonna cause confusion?
Yes. Oh no, it's not gonna cause confusion. But just because Nike is so, it's so Nike, they're gonna say, "Hey."
Remember that? I remember reading that article, and that company was in there.
I remember like you reading the article, then seeing the logo. It was like, okay, come on, man.
And then they was in their feelings that they was getting.
The guy was like, if I get what do you say? He was like, if they go through with this will ruin me pretty much. It was like this will take everything I got pretty much.
Yeah, if you plan on fighting it, my thing, yeah, that's my thing.
Well, he said that himself. He said if they take legal action, this will pretty much wipe him out.
Yeah, and that's understandable. Same with like that's the point, and we can take this back to Cool Kai, Omni. Well, Omni a different breed because
those three I will use those three as prime examples. I will use Omni, I will use Kai, and I will use that ski company as prime examples of what not to do Because
Yeah.
all three of those, even you could show somebody who didn't even know anything about what was going on with these companies, and they would think that those are
It was
Nikes,
Nike. Yeah.
and they would think that that was a Jordan ski company.
I don't know about the ski company, man. I mean, look, I mean, like to be honest, I see it. I see exactly what y'all are talking about, but at the same time, like, I
You
mean,
don't think it looks like the Jumpman logo?
yeah, it does. But I mean, I feel like
Well,
because
Nike think it does.
this is my thing. I feel like they changed enough and added to
Mm,
make it their own. Like, sure, like, so
you
this is
don't
my
look at
thing.
Nike, so
Okay, well, this is my thing. It's like you saying like nobody can use the like that pose that
no, because they're the only ones who got any. No one in history has a logo or anything on their branding with a man jumping with a basketball, jumping with a basketball.
yeah.
Nobody else in history. Only Nike Jordan brand.
That's why they're gonna
So come
win,
on
low
now,
key. Yeah, that's
huh?
why they're gonna win. But I feel like that
Yeah.
it's like
Like if
they.
somebody else did it, maybe he could have had he could have had an argument.
My thing is this, like, well, it's basically saying like Jordan Brand and Nike owns that pose.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, and they do technically. So I see why the companies. And then the thing is, even those guys where maybe they, because also you can get inspiration off another company, but you have to change. And this is what Omni claimed that he did, and Kai claimed that he did. But at least Omni,
Sure, they did it. They couldn't have, because if they did, they wouldn't have gotten sued, right?
right? But I will give Omni. He at least took the time to point out what he changed on the Jordan 1 to try to. He thought he changed just enough legally where he could win the lawsuit. But I'll say this: Omni couldn't fight that because he got hit with the federal charge for the cable joint, right?
Yeah,
He
exactly.
lost that. He behind bars. I'm gonna say this: whenever you living off your like, say he, because Omni was getting high millions type of money. If
Yeah, yeah.
Omni had not got hit with that FBI charge, um, he might would have been able to push. He would have might at least continue to be able to fight a little bit longer than Kai. I'll say that because Kai
Yeah.
tried to fight it too, but we knew Kai didn't have it. I'm no disrespect, Kai. I I was hoping the best for you. I'm gonna say it like that, but I mean it was. I knew that was. I'm gonna say this. I knew that was gonna be a tough one. You know,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And Omni pretty much basically said he went to Cool Kai to see where he was getting the stuff done, and Cool Kai pretty much stiffed him or whatever and told him like, "Hey, run along."
Get
And said,
out
"All
of here.
right,
Yeah.
cool."
He
Yeah,
said,
their
"You don't
whole
know what's
battle.
going on."
That's that whole situation though. If you think about it, totally not worth it. Kai, was that when you look back on it, Kai? Yeah, you touched millions, but now you got to pay a million back
I
over
mean, he
time.
touched millions, but he got to pay more than he's made back.
Yeah, because the thing is, just because that's the ruling, he got to pay. He got to stop doing what he's doing and give Nike $1 million for the damages. But the attorneys that he even attempt to add on, they saw what you bringing in, and
So I'm
guess what?
saying, so yeah, he's paying back more than he's earned.
Yeah, and then he keeps trying to stress it out. Yeah, like I mean, I know personally. You think when this is the thing that be upset me? People are like, oh, I'm gonna get an attorney. I'm gonna get an attorney. So you ain't. And I be looking at them like they ain't doing no much better than me. You ain't getting no motherfucking attorney because you ain't got it. Trust me. No disrespect. Like if you look at Thugs, them lawyers and all them other lawyers, I guarantee. Like case in point, off mode but on mode. YFN Lucci lawyer, he got 3 months. He was able to plead guilty and get 3 months, and then the rest of the time serve, and he's gonna come home in 3 months. But his attorney told him personally, yeah, that was a. He didn't even take it to trial. He was about to, but even still, that was a $350,000 bag for
Mm-hmm.
the attorney. Keep in mind, attorney did not go to court. He gave him.
I honestly don't even think Lucci made 350 million.
Yeah, when he get out, he got a lot of work to do for that label.
Man,
I'm gonna just leave it at that. He's made great money, but yeah, he can pretty much cancel. You know, the next few. He gonna have to come out. I'm gonna say this: if he come out dropping stuff back to back, we know why. Case in point, and we can bring this up to NBA YoungBoy. A little bit of Music Monday because we didn't touch on it. it makes sense to me why he dropped so much music back to back when he dropped. Because he stayed in so much trouble. It's like, hey man, look, when we gonna put it up, but you come out your ass better. Hey, you better come out swinging, and he do. You know what I'm saying? Like, because honestly, to keep it 100, he ain't got no choice. You know, and you said that a long time ago. You said like, hey, if you want out, you can go out, but once you leave out these doors, you going straight behind you. You not gonna be anything close to a free man without us.
But see, what I think is Young Boy's downfall also is him putting out that much music. He think that he's playing chess, and is actually it's making him even more of an asset to that company, because they're saying, okay, now we know that he's able to produce this amount of music in this amount of time, and the fans are gonna be there. So why would we let him go?
Exactly.
So you can make all the music you want, but like you said, also when we covered that a little bit, you can make all the music you want, but we still have final say on what's going to get released. You can make 200 songs and we'll only release 2.
Yeah, you make up 200
So you're going to have to do what they say, the leak, as they say. I don't know, my music got leaked.
Or even if, look, to be honest, what I think what's happening with him real quick is he's dropping all those songs thinking it counts, when in the contract say like, yeah, you can drop it all you want to and take off all you want to, but legally you only supposed to drop if you drop more than 3 songs a year. Anything after that don't count. That's what happened.
No points for that.
Yeah, that's what happened with the Meek situation, where he thought cool, I'm gonna go. I got one album left. I'm going to drop it right now, back to back. And like, no, he found out real quickly that you have to wait 9 months in between before it can even be counted.
We have an expected date on this. You can't give it to us 3 months early. And say, oh, this is your album, because
they don't count
for 3 months early. This is just some stuff you did in your time, whatever. Cool, bring us the album on the day we asked for it.
Exactly.
And it better not be this one.
Exactly. Yeah. This don't count because we already seen this. So if we listen to it, it's the exact same shit. Guess what? Don't count. You should have pushed the date back and not put it out. But you want to be a smart ass. As my granddad, you say, you want to be a smart ass, you got to be smart first, and you're gonna find out the hard way.
And they're one of these artists like, yeah, my album got pushed back. No, it got pushed back because you tried to give them something early and they said no. So now you got to be in the studio even longer, bringing up all new original songs.
YEEZY, because YEEZY would complain. He's like, my album been ready. I've been ready.
What was it called? What was that label he was on? With Drama.
He's still on it. What Generation Now or something?
Generation Now. Yeah, you're right.
I was thinking Generation Next.
They never did anything to him. They never did anything to YEEZY.
Yeah, I know they didn't do anything but what he agreed to, and I think once he took off, and then
standard label practices, I'm sure,
Yeah, same with Meg Thee Stallion, where she started complaining about her label deal, and it's like people look back on it like, actually, you was a 60-40 split, and they.
Yeah, I even saw that one. Like you say, I was not talking about Music Monday, but I even saw that the owner of that label came out and said that Megan did good business. The problems only came is when the big label started knocking at the door.
Yep.
And then she wanted to start complaining about the deal she had with me, because now she's got higher offers and she has access to better lawyers that can look over contracts.
Yeah.
So the problem only came when she got bigger than what he could do for her, I guess.
Yeah, which at that point he should have went on and shot, like how T.I. did Travis, going shopping to a major label, get a deal there.
Yeah, you got to think. I get it, but you got to let her go. Like I say, if it's beyond what you can do for her at that point, if her numbers are growing to the point where you can't provide the distribution and stuff that she'll need to get it out there, then smart move is to let that person go on and deal with people who can manage and handle their career that needs to be handled.
True. True, I agree. Let me hit the chat real quick. Slayer in the building says, "What's up, my sneaker people? What up?
Yep.
What up, Slayer?" Let me read through the rest of his article. It says Nike has been permitted to include three stripes on some of its trouser designs in Germany. A court ruled yesterday, May 28th, designed a second appeal hearing between the retailer and Adidas. Um, let's see. The Desworth original court had previously banned Nike from using two or three stripes across five of its trouser designs after its rival filed a trademark violation lawsuit back in 2022. However, the footwear company has now been given the green light to use the stripes on four of its disputed designs, although a ban for one remaining model remains, partially overturning the previous ruling. So at that point, it's like, all right, cool. We're going, I guess they got three different designs, but not just like you can use two. I wouldn't be surprised if Nike filed a motion against that too after like a year or two. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
seems like if they're winning appeals like this, what do you think that's gonna motivate them to try even harder? Like, all right, guys, uh, and Nike got so many. You know what I'm looking for too? I want to know about the StockX and Nike lawsuit. I haven't seen anything updated on that. I feel like low key that's probably been, if it's not settled, it's in the process of being settled because I don't. I'm gonna say this even when Nike takes a loss, look, this is living proof. They took a loss, they didn't give up, came back. All right, cool. Now we went from not being able to do any of this. Now we can sell two out of the three. Now that's what over 80% of what they was aiming for. So they don't go back again. I know they're gonna go back. We're gonna see an update on this. I can feel it. You know what I'm saying? Because like, why
Oh
would
yeah.
you give up? And it's like worst case scenario, the judge will say no again to these, and then we out of here. But I mean, like, I guarantee they gonna come back with a little bit of extras. Nike attorneys, I'm very curious what they got on payroll. I know they millionaire. They got to be millionaires
Oh yeah.
easily. It says since 2008, Adidas filed more than 90 lawsuits and signed more than 200 settlements against related to the three stripe trademark, according to the court documents for the sportswear retail battle against the designer Thom Brown, which I think we covered that one too. So I think the biggest issue here and we've been saying this throughout the live, bro. I'm still trying to figure out why like these stripes, like it's literally just
Why
lines.
does this cause such a big issue? Why is
They
this
gotta
always
be
going to be such a big issue?
they gotta be getting in front of a
And
different judge each time, bro.
I get it. I get it, Adidas. That's your bread and butter. I get it. You know, but you can't just try to sue, right? Because we are talking about the Adidas thing, right?
Yeah, true.
You can't just try and sue like everybody that puts three lines on their clothing, or their merchandise, whatever they're selling.
I'm very curious if they was to do because one of the biggest logos about in the DC area, there's got the words DC and then there's three stripes, red stripes that go underneath it every single time, if I'm not
Mhm.
mistaken. I'm like, now that's a it's not a state, but it's considered a what am I looking for? It's the District of Maryland, pretty much. It's DC, District of Columbia, but it sits in Maryland. But it's
But
its
then
own.
that's a bigger issue. There will then be the state of Maryland versus Adidas,
Yeah,
and
I don't.
that's what like Supreme Court type stuff.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, I don't think they ready. And then you know how, especially if it's there. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'll say this: Adidas is picking and choosing their battles. Let me see if I can find the logo, real quick, of what I'm looking for. I think it's like three stripes and the stars or some shit. Like it's kind of there. It is right there. It's actually, you know what? It's actually because they got their own flag. Ironically, I was wondering what this, but it is their own flag. I'm going to share my screen on this one real quick. It's literally so it's like two stripes and the stars. So I guess long as they don't add the three stripes, I thought it was three, but it's two stripes. So okay, cool. But it's still like at this point, Adidas is. I don't feel like they're stretching it just a little bit. So it's like they don't want nobody to use three stripes in a row, but two is okay. But again, also you like to say they're not. if they go DC, that's Supreme Court all the way. So yeah, they not ready for that type.
But they can't because these lines are slanted.
Well,
They
these
couldn't
aren't.
do anything anyway.
Yeah, these are straight though. But I get what
Yeah,
you're
so they are slanted, so they couldn't do anything anyway, even if they had three lines.
saying. Yeah, I still think it's a BS.
Then technically, Adidas calls it three stripes.
Yeah,
This is three lines.
yeah,
If you want to get technical.
yeah. All it is, I think they got. See, night they met their. I'm gonna think this. Like, let's keep it 100. The best they could do is fight against Nike. If they was to go against the district of like a whole like what state or whatever we want to call
Because
it.
that would be the state. It would be a state case, right?
Yeah.
Because DC belongs to the state of Maryland.
But DC is its own thing. So I think it will go straight to, like you said, it's gonna go straight to Supreme Court, because that technically is not a state. It's not considered the 50 states. And while they follow a lot of Maryland rules, they do have their own individuals. Like in DC, and I know you're probably not gonna be surprised that this rule is broken each and every day, probably at the time that we're speaking. In DC, the only people that are allowed to carry firearms are pretty much the people who are like security guards with the proper license and police. But um, statistics have shown, if I'm bored right now, if I want to Google shooting DC, I guarantee you's been one within the last 48 hours or less. So, and not cops. I'll put that by the way. So, again, allegedly, but yeah, I'll say all to say, whenever it's like when you tell somebody not to do something, they're gonna do it anyway. It's like, hey, don't look over there, and you look like your natural reaction is gonna be
When
looking.
you say don't look over there, and they say where, and they look.
Yeah, exactly. And then also, I'm glad this article brought this up too, because last year, and this is what I was thinking of, Adidas withdrew its request to the U.S. authorities to reject a Black Lives Matter application for a trademark featuring the three parallel stripes. I know we covered that one because it was black and yellow, and that honestly, I knew that, and actually, that was probably not. I lied. Remember when I said Nike is probably on that level. Ironically, that Black Lives Matter, there's a Black Lives Matter like street painted in DC with those stripes. So yeah, I feel like that's where that was headed. They probably went after the Black Lives Matter joint, and since they was like, hey yo, if you fight us, you got to go to DC because it's its own street in DC, which I'm gonna look that up too. So yeah, you're right, Dunks. Like, man, you kind of like spot on with that one. I'm gonna see if I can find it real quick because there's like I don't know if it's like street or whatever. Let me see if I can find it. But they did try to and it also it's just not a good look too, because I mean, like, come on, it's like y'all already got Ye saying what he's saying about stuff that's already pushing it, and now you're going to double down with this. But yeah, they did this, and I actually haven't been down there since they did this, but I see what they were doing because it is yellow stripes, but on the road, the governor actually approved. And I'm going to share my screen here real quick. That they let them paint in all yellow. Black Lives Matter. It's like its own little street in DC. It's in a plaza. I haven't been down there because I feel like it's going to be a lot of unwanted like traction. And what's crazy, like I go to DC.
It's probably at this point probably like a tourist site,
Well, that's how I feel about the whole. Let me take it back. The part that what you guys think is DC, that's the tourist spot. And Dave Chappelle said it best. What y'all don't see is those outer skirts past the cameras, because there's a part of DC where it's like, bro, like roll your windows up, lock it up, pray your car don't quit, and please do not look at nobody too long. Because you're gonna see a whole bunch. It be people just out on the street just talking to themselves. And one lady, like I was at the stoplight waiting to go, and she was screaming whatever. She was singing, but she was screaming it at the top of her lungs. And I'm like, bro, like I just want to go, like please, like I don't know what to do.
She was just happy to be in the moment.
I don't know if she was doing it for, how some people play like the guitar or the banjo at a light to get like, what is it called, panhandlers to collect money. But I didn't see this is the thing. I don't think she was doing it. I think she was just doing it and then she had teeth missing and rotted teeth. It was just and I'm like, I don't even see nothing where to even like tip her or anything. She just literally going in. I'm like, bro, I'm not coming back this way. No, honestly. And I used to live. I used to where I lived at the time, which used to be over there. To go into DC, that was the best route. But I stopped. I said, man, I'll just go and take the extra 10, 15 minutes and spend the gas. I'm not coming this way no more. You know, like it just I didn't feel comfortable. You know, and I'm out of my element. So, but let me get back to the article real quick. It says the sportswear retailer has argued the political group's yellow stripe design would create confusion with its own three stripes mark, which I don't think so. But again, like you said, at this point, the Adidas, I feel like they're stretching with these, man. And I mean, I don't know what I would do if the shoe was on the other foot, but I mean, obviously, and this is another thing people need to realize too. You can sue anybody for anything too, no matter whether you're right or wrong or not. If you got the money on your board, you can do it. But let's transport to Dick's Sporting Goods. The excitement about the innovation coming to Nike. I think that was a good little transition. We're going to be on this joint for like another roughly 15 minutes. It says the footwear. Let's see. It says the footwear was a standout category for Dick's Sporting Goods in the first quarter, and Nike, a key shoe vendor for the retailer, helped lead the way. And I think that's because if we're going to keep it 100, Dick's Sporting Goods very versatile already. With them throwing a few extra Jordans here and there.
Let's be for real. Not the introduction of Nike, the introduction of Jordans into Dick's Sporting Goods.
I mean, tomato.
No, it's tomato. They've always had Nikes. But the introduction of Jordans into the mix now makes it a different,
Yeah, that because I remember I didn't even know Dick's Sporting Goods had sold Jordan until I got those Gary Payton PAP joints off of there, and yeah, the black and yellow. I don't know why I'm just a sucker for yellow. Every time I think about it, I'm a sucker for yellow. Says footwear was standout category for Dick's Sporting Goods in the first quarter, and Nike's key vendor helped lead the way. Read that part says. Within our strategic partners, we are very excited about the long-term work that we saw in Nike. Dick's Chief Executive Officer Lauren Herbert said in a call with the analysts on Wednesday, noting how that Dick's team had recently attended Nike's Innovation Summit and has visited their offices to take a look at future innovation, which basically, I think if I had to read between the lines, alleged and opinionated base, we're gonna try to throw y'all on a little bit of a hype train next year, see how y'all take it. I ain't not on a Travis level, but like maybe like I don't know what could they throw in there other than it ain't gonna be an off-white joint. Maybe they throw that off-white joint with a cleat in there, to see if that'll get it. What I'm saying?
Next year?
Yeah, next year, yeah.
Metallic fives,
they getting pretty good stuff.
They do raffles. They did the reimagined threes for raffle.
Yeah. So I mean, they ain't got no. To be honest, I see where Dick's Sporting Goods is looking at. They ain't got nowhere to go but up from here if they gonna keep going.
We've already covered them. Also, this is a good thing, but it could also be their downfall because, like we say, remember they're long-time customers. Who's used to seeing, like I say, boats and buoys and stuff hanging from the roof, who now when they walk in and they see a big Jumpman logo, they see a big basketball hoop,
Yeah, and I work
and that's gonna hurt them in the long run because that's their core base, that's their core business, not just a couple here today, gone tomorrow, sneakerheads,
True, and I've worked at a company that was like that. I worked at JCPenney for a little bit, and low key, whenever the new CEO came in and changed their whole strategy, we saw a lot of the older customers that I knew these people by name. Kind of like, hey, I'm not with all this. We ain't gonna get no coupons.
Yeah, exactly. So you got to think that store on average is, I'm gonna say, is from probably 45 to 70 years old. That's who's gonna go to, a DSG on average.
Yeah.
And now, retired people for the most part. And now you're gonna start bringing in 15 to 40-year-olds.
Yeah.
So like which not like I say, and not to say in that mix of 45 to 70s, there are those people who enjoy sneakers, and not to say in that 15 to 40 range, there aren't that age that enjoys outdoor stuff. But
True.
it's just gonna cause a confusion when you got a guy who simply just wants to come in and buy, say, I don't know, a tackle box, a fishing tackle box, but he has to stand behind 10 people trying to get some Jordans.
There are people who got the raffles and who won, and now,
Exactly, because
yeah,
he's gonna be, it's never been like this before. So
yeah.
I'm just trying to put it now in a perspective to what I to try to fit what I was trying to say.
And ironically, when I was in line waiting for a pair of sneakers at Foot Locker one time, because I was doing first come first serve. I know I told the story before. One of the old heads that was walking with his wife, you could tell they was one of the people that hit the mall to just do the exercise.
Mhm.
They counted as exercise. So it was a long line of us waiting out for these Jordans, and they were like, he walked over to us like, "Hey, you guys know there's other sneaker stores around the corner," and we did. The sad part is like I think he did that just to poke fun of us because nobody responded to him. We just looked at
Because the
him like,
dude, because what y'all really wanted to say would have been like, "Yo, bro,
"Yeah,
you out of line for that," and y'all would have said,
yeah."
"Oh, you said that to each other."
Yeah, but like also looking at him, like it looks so innocent too. Like he was truly confused.
Well, still, you wouldn't. Hey, I don't care if you innocent. I didn't take that as innocent. Like I've been out here
Hey,
for almost an hour, man. Don't talk to me.
then my coworker was with me. She just shook her head. She's like, "Some people just don't understand." Like that Will Smith. I
Yeah,
was
so
so
you
beat,
get
bro.
what people are saying though. They, like they're not gonna want to wait in line, in front of after 10 people trying to get the same thing. You know,
Yeah.
they want to
Let me
just
hit
get
the
their stuff and get to their hobby, whatever they do.
true. Let me hit the rest of this article real quick. Let me check the chat real quick. Kind of zoned out a little bit. It says, "Upset you." Law says, "Mind your business, old man." Hey, chill, bro. Hey, chill. I mean, but that, to be honest, though, to be fair, nobody said anything, but that was like the look we gave him, like, bro, like, this is my thing. Well, this is what I was thinking. Like, once he walked off, this is what I said. I was like, yo, does he really think that we didn't try with these other, like, obviously this store doing something different that all the rest of them aren't. We're not slow. We're not that slow. So I was a little upset. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we not that slow. It's just that this is a store that majority of it that has what we're looking for. The other stores, I think they actually did do. They were very limited at the other stores, and they raffled out the pairs they had, and it's like, bro, obviously we didn't win, or people was like, fuck it, and then they was doing first come first serve, and like people was walking out with 2 and 3 pairs, like, which I was one of these people. We seen a homie walk out with wearing them right on the spot. Like I did that because they like once they would have like so many of us go in, purchase a shoe, close the gate until the last person's finished purchasing. So while they was doing that, I went on and swap my joints out, put my joints that I was wearing in the box. And then my coworker was like, "You so typical. You wearing J's to pick up a J's, like cause she didn't wear. So I'm wearing something else. I'm gonna show I got versatility or something." And I'm like, "All right, I'm wearing my J's to pick up, let them know I'm serious." But obviously, I'm not the only one that think like that. So pretty much, I was showing up to pretty much like, "Oh yeah, I've been had those. We got these. You missed it." Like you could just tell it was. You could tell who was really about it. It was awkward for a little bit. But we made it through it, and I did that typical stuff. And I don't really wear. I don't wear them out the store anymore. I used to though. I used to rock them. I used to buy them and wear them right out the store.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. While Nike has recently faced slowing sale trends, the threat of new competitors and allegations of weak product pipeline, Herbert appeared optimistic about what the swoosh has to offer. The executive touted Nike's focus on technology, especially within the Air platform, as well as its product and marketing line for the upcoming Olympic Games in Paris. That's another thing too. Like we look at it as like from a sneakerhead point of view. Nike's got like they went over to Germany. They're getting like soccer deals. They're getting They got Olympic deals. Like they looking. To be honest, I would say Nike's looking at the bigger picture. Word to little baby. Um, let's see. Upset You Lost says old people don't care about sneakers. They still thinking about Converse, which Nike owns. Which Nike owns. Fun fact. Fun
It's
fact
still
though.
thinking about covers.
Fun fact though, yeah, I never forget my dad's like, man, we had these shoes, which it was expensive for them back then. It was like, yo, you get the Converse for like, I think it was $15, which was a stretch back then. And you know, when I was like, yo, I want these J's, and they was 100 something back then. Like, hell, that was not what he's like. You must be out of your mind, bro. Says, let me read the rest of this article real quick. It says, we are really excited about the elevation of both performance and apparel and footwear and bringing some newness into these categories, Herbert said. Across the board, we're very excited about the partnership. In December, Nike outlined a goal to save $2 billion worth of cost by streamlining its business structure via layoffs and increased automation. The swoosh also said that it would work on rebuilding its pipeline of innovative product, which includes shoes for athletes in track and field, soccer, basketball, as well as new running solutions. While the DTC has been on top of it, and I'm assuming this is DTC has been on top of its priority for Nike over the last few years. The company has maintained wholesale accounts with the Pacific retailers such as Dick's, Hibbett's, and Foot Locker that offers an elevated experience and digital connectivity for its members. Dick's Sporting Goods launched a connected membership loyalty program with Nike in 2021, and looks like they're doing exactly what they're supposed to do with the contract because they're happy, and Nike's obviously going to feed them more product. If I had to guess, because this is screaming.
That,
Um,
and that's just that just shows what good business can do. You know,
mhm.
for two companies who clearly didn't need either one of each other in the first place. They were both doing extremely well on their own. But when good business does business with more good business, you know, and this is what you see, and this is how it's supposed to go.
You know what this made me think of?
What's that?
Remember we were quoting movie lyrics or movie lines before the live? That made me think of this, and this one you gonna love. So it's like, why would I say, what's a good brother like you making, coming from the brink to come over here? Well, his line. This is what Dick Sporting Goods says. Like, why would I, stay over there making $800 a week when I can be making 8,000 a week?
No, that's true. Very true.
You know, but
Yeah, that just shows, just good business all around, and when it's done right, these are the results you see. And it's funny that you said the Paris Olympics. I think they kind of threw that in there. I think that they may even get those Paris forces going to come out.
that would be dope.
Well, I mean, it would only make sense. It would be a very good shoe for them to have.
It makes sense business wise too.
Yeah, exactly. Because like I say, it's gonna do well, and it's gonna do well on sneakers too. You know, it's gonna. I feel like it's gonna sell out regardless.
Oh yeah,
Um,
they selling out.
and like just to give DSG a part of that. It's just like hey, yeah, we're gonna give you guys a little bit of the success too.
True. Kwame says, I remember my first pair of Air Force One, and that felt like, and he got a whole bunch of dollar signs. Which, yeah, I still remember I had the white and gray joints in sixth grade. Um, it says beyond Nike, Herbert also called out the other partners like Hoka, which I know that's a running shoe. Hoka and On, I know those are running shoe brands. On both which have benefited the retailers' revamped full service footwear decks that offer a more premium shopping experience in stores. Hoka and On are still in a good position of the chain. Herbert said nothing that Hoka has slightly larger retail presence in Dick's On at the moment. So basically, there's no people still
So
go there.
basically, Hoka is still like their bread and butter for the most at this point. Is
Yeah,
what they're trying to say.
with Nike creeping up fast, but that's also could be put that, like you said, that's a great area where it could push away the people who went there for Hokas, and now it's like, man, I don't want to see all this Nike. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's a gray area. There's still significant upside down in both brands. Let's see. Kwame says my first Air Force One was the DSG 2. Okay, got you. It says overall, Dick said it saw footwear and athletics apparel grow in the first quarter as it reported overall better than expected results because y'all didn't have that shit then. Now y'all got, of course, you ain't got no choice. In my opinion, well, you
You're
can
bringing a
go
new
there.
product, a new crowd of people that's willing to spend money because you got to think also like this. People who come in for, say, who've never even been to a DSG, they go and say they wanting shoes. Now, guess what? Oh, they sell this stuff too? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
not only are going to look at the shoes, they may be, intrigued to go walk around the store and look at other things that they have,
that's what they're hoping on. You get people in there, they'll spend
But
more.
and that's what is going to benefit from, because like I said, the long time customers aren't going to go walking around looking at the Nikes
This is true.
for the most part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
But
agree.
the newcomers will walk around the store to see what else DSG has to offer.
Yeah, true, and that's what they want.
I mean, have you ever been inside of a DSG?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, you know for the most part what they have to offer.
I just would. My problem with and I haven't been in there since they started doing and selling the Jordans and shit.
Yeah, I
But
don't think so either. I haven't either.
I have been in there before, and my biggest problem then you can just tell like their main focus. I'm gonna say it nicely. Their main focus was not sneakers, not
Yeah.
sneakers. To now
My biggest complaint,
having that on the list.
if I could complain about something, I think I even brought this up before when we talked about them. It's just the disorganization of the store.
Exactly. That's where I
Because
was.
like I
That's where I
said,
was headed. That's exactly where I was headed.
you got boating equipment hanging over the soccer material area. Maybe I'll say maybe that's just that location that I was at.
No, nah, nope,
But I'm
nope,
saying, like,
nope,
you got
nope.
boating equipment
I'm
over
gonna
the
say this.
soccer equipment. You got,
I've been to.
you know what I'm saying,
I've been
scuba diving gear mixed in with the
I've been
football
to
cleats.
I've been to three different Dick Sporting Goods, and I'll say this: it's like you describe. It's like you've been to these stores over here. Like the way you describe it, you might as well just come to these over here. Like from what I remember. Now again, if they made some changes, and I went
Yeah,
there for
I
some.
haven't been there since they made the changes. You know,
Bro, it's disorganized all the way because I was like, man, and the sad part, that's ironically, right? I wasn't looking for like no gym shoes, or was I? I was looking for some. I think I was looking for like a certain shoe, and like I went over there. I'm like, dude, what the hell the shoes at? And then like the sizing. Oh, it was some. I think I was looking for like some slides for whatever reason. And I was like, they're all over the place, bro. Like I don't even know what size is what. Like, is this the sizing? It was all over the place. I'm like, this is why the foot stores are winning because you can't just with the
well, like
exception.
you say, remember that wasn't their first bread and butter, so shoes weren't
Yeah,
their priority. Their priority was
and
just
it
get them on
shows.
the shelf.
It shows.
Um,
It shows.
last time I think when I went there for what it was meant for sporting goods. I think I went there. I was looking for Jordan some rollerblades. That
They
was
had,
the last time I've been in there.
they had everything when I went. They had the yoga joint. I was looking for some
Yeah,
liquid.
yeah, and I get it. I get it. But they're gonna. I mean, obviously, they're gonna have to transition, and they're gonna have to lose some customers. I mean, it's gonna. I guess you can't win them all, and to get to go to that next level, you can't stay I guess stagnant.
Yeah, you
So
can't
yeah,
get.
we're gonna, as they say, when you reach the top, you're gonna piss a couple people off along the way, or lose a couple people along the way on the wayside.
It's simple.
But
Everybody can't go. That's
yeah,
simple.
everybody can't go. So I mean, yeah, I mean, you're gonna lose a good amount of your core fan base. But in the long run, I mean, it's for the better because, like I say, look, you got one of the best contracts that you can get, and that's all around the board in sporting goods, in apparel, however you want to look at it. From like having a Nike contract is one of the probably
Very beneficial.
a grail for a lot of
Very,
retail companies,
very beneficial for sure.
very beneficial, yeah. So, and like we clearly just read, business is good all around the board, no complaints from anyone. Um, So yeah, but let's say we'll just have to see. I'll probably have to go step in one soon just to see what's going on with them. Going on with one, see what they're
Yeah,
doing as of lately.
yeah, I'll check it out maybe here in the future. And yeah, I'm gonna read through the rest of this article. We'll talk upcoming releases and wrap things up here for the night. Uh, it says footwear certainly has been a big driver for comps in footwear and a key part of how people shop. Herbert said, "It's the engine that drives the train. We're very pleased with our footwear business. I bet y'all are." Says Dick's on Wednesday reported the net income for the quarter earned May 4th of 275 million or 3 point
Sheesh.
yeah or $3.3 a share, down from the 305 million or 3.4 a share earlier in the year. So they went up. So overall, the increase is by 6.2%, which I remember we were like, man, it's just 6.2%, but that's obviously
That's
millions.
major numbers. That's major numbers
Yeah,
in business.
yeah, that's a big difference
In
compared.
business, 1% point something percent up is good.
And this is compared to the sales that were 5.3%. That increased. So they basically saying they increased by 3.6% in the last year. That's up. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
they
and
were.
that's all off of, like I say, Nike and Jordan.
Yeah, and hey, we can't, these guys, this is good. You know what I'm saying? Says on the private label side, Herbert said the sales of Dick's own brands such as DSG, Casella, and Burst, and I'm assuming this is a company, like I said, it's Dick's Sporting Goods. I don't never heard these, but I'm assuming they got their own brand too, is outpacing the growth of the total company. So I'm assuming the people they got their stuff probably marked like say like it
So
took
so
them.
Dick so DSG alone is outgrowing the whole company,
What
pretty much.
I'm assuming is what they're doing is like, all right, cool. These socks, and I don't know. This is just my opinion and legendary base. They said, all right, cool. Get these, and you get these pair of socks. Like they put it as like a bundle deal, but mark it up. Like it's other ways you can sell your products where that's still a win for you. Um, and go back to music real quick. A lot of the times where they used to do like bundle deals, where it's like pick up this whole bundle with the merch, this and a third, and on the record side of things, that would count as like 4 or 5 sales. They stopped doing that.
Yeah.
They stopped doing that. The
Oh,
whole
it's cheating.
you don't see it no more, but it used to be a part of like a all right, cool. They think they get okay. Say the album $9.99, buy it for $18.99. You get this shirt that costs us $2 to make, and that counts as 2 album sales versus one. We're gonna double your number. So if you say like, cool, you got 40,000, now you got 80,000 a week in sales. 6ix9ine was one of the last people I see that try to sell that, and it didn't go so well for him. And we see how that turned out. But yeah, let's wrap things up here for the night. Been on this joint for what, roughly over an hour and 3 minutes. So yeah, we're gonna wrap this thing up. Let's talk upcoming releases. I think it says Off Light Lunches, a Be Right Back sneaker from the 90s inspiration. That may be up on the chopping block. Also, we have the Action Bronson New Balances that's supposed to drop on the 31st. And then anything else I'm missing in particular for upcoming releases or something
Um,
standing out? I saw or two.
those Chanel Abneys are coming here next
Yeah,
month.
those threes, the green joints, and then I saw that speaking of threes, among your fives, I seen like a little bit of a update change to them. I'm gonna see if I can pull those up real quick, and then we'll wrap things up. But it looks like from what we thought we were getting, it may be slightly different. Which I always say this, man. What we get from these among your mock-ups, you got to take it with a grain of salt too. But let me see if I can find it real quick. Because I saw what Devon was saying, because I saw that in the Discord, by the way, where he was like, these are starting to grow on me a little bit. And then I looked at him like, dude, are you losing your mind? But then I'm like, I see what he's talking about.
I know those black and purple joints.
Yeah, it's leather now versus a whole suede joint we was expecting.
It's always been leather, right?
Yeah, but it's hitting slightly different, or maybe I'm just itching to buy
Mm,
No, it's not like that original mock-up, because no, the original mock-up, it made that black look like it was shade
but
suede.
there's just the picture, the lighting and stuff on it. I'm sure it's always been leather.
It probably, yeah, the lighting on it didn't do it no justice, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm with Divine. The black, while the original threes are still the best. These black pair aren't looking too bad. It's basically like those, but it's like black. It's just leather, and that's what it was. I thought it was gonna be suede, and that's why I didn't like it. But I like what I'm seeing, bro. And it's got that Asian little tint to it too.
It's all right.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I mean, let me put it. I won't pay resale for it, but uh, I most likely will give it a shot. Nike check on the back of it. It's looking nice. And I know I'd be like the person who say I'm not feeling them and then switch it up at the last second. I'm guilty of that as well. But yeah, they I'll say this, they're growing on me, and that's the nicest way I can put it. They're growing on me for sure. But other than that, any other upcoming releases you got?
Nah, nothing. Because I don't even think I'm gonna go for those Abneys.
Did your
I don't know.
futurist make it in yet?
What's that?
Your futurist, because you hit on the
I'm expecting them today, actually. So, if they
Okay.
do show up today, then obviously I'll let you know. But yeah, I'm expecting them. Should hopefully sometime. You know how they say before 9. So
Of
it's only
course.
5. It's only 5:07. So
Yeah. Sure. You're probably gonna be there probably in the next 30 minutes or so, bro.
you know.
But other than that, let's wrap things up. We've been on this joint for like an hour and 6 minutes, man. Appreciate everybody for coming through and showing love, being active in the chat. Y'all
Oh,
definitely smash that like button. Sub up to the channel. If you're new, if you haven't done so already, sign up for that sold out Discord. Link is pinned at the top of the chat. It is free to sign up. Me and Dunks will be back alive again. Be back live again on Saturday with another sold out live, another sold out podcast. Until then, my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional trial hauls, and we got Music Mondays as well. But yeah, I'm gonna let my homie Dunks take us out for the night.
Thanks everybody for joining us. This was a good one. Glad we were able to get in and cover a few bases, touch on what's going on with the whole Adidas thing. Like I said, it was just a chill one. So yeah, but like Paul said, we'll be back Saturday. See you guys then. So everybody enjoy the rest of your night and enjoy going into this weekend. See you guys Saturday.
Most definitely, man. And we're officially out this thing, man. Peace.
Peace.
My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold.